It's a huge advantage if you have somebody who can be recognised as that.
It would have been much worse if one had gone very well, and been picked.
For decades, the royal family has been cloaked in mystery, its inner workings concealed behind palace walls. But now, Princess Anne and Prince William are breaking the silence, peeling back the curtain on King Charles's reign. Their revelations are more than just royal gossip. They're the keys to understanding the monarchy's present and future. What astonishing truths are being revealed? Stay with us, because these insights into the crown's secrets will leave you utterly speechless. Anne and William's growing roles. From golden carriages to lavish galas, royal life may appear spectacular, but it is a constant balancing act of responsibility, tradition, and scrutiny. During King Charles's reign, two people emerged as the monarchy's unshakable anchors, Princess Anne and Prince William. While their techniques differ, their commitment to upholding the monarchy is obvious. But how did these two royals become essential pillars of the crown? Let's look at how their responsibilities are growing and how much weight they carry. Princess Anne, known as the hardest-working royal, is no stranger to responsibilities. With over 20,000 engagements under her belt, she has been the foundation of royal duty for decades. Her pragmatic temperament and no-nonsense attitude have garnered her appreciation among royal observers, as well as a reputation as the monarchy's quiet powerhouse. Anne's commitment to organizations like as Save the Children and representing the crown overseas is steadfast. Nonetheless, her quiet manner frequently elevates her to the status of the royal family's unsung heroes. But here's the twist. Her ascent to prominence during King Charles's reign was no accident. As the monarchy evolved under Charles's guidance, Anne's voice became one of reason and fortitude. Her conviction in a slimmed-down monarchy is more than just a policy. It is about survival. She has consistently underlined the importance of adapting, stating, "It's not about us, it's about the institution." On the other hand, Prince William represents the monarchy's future, a link between tradition and modernity. As the heir to the king, his duty necessitates a careful mix of respect for the past and bold movements forward. William's causes, whether pushing for mental health initiatives or addressing climate change, reflect the concerns of a younger age. His commitment to the Earthshot Prize, for example, demonstrates a forward-thinking prince willing to lead with purpose. However, William's career has not been without hurdles. Diana's legacy hangs enormous, and public expectations are at an all-time high. However, his capacity to connect with others, whether through passionate speeches or candid moments with his family, distinguishes him. In a world of controlled public personas, William's relatability is his greatest asset. Anne and William have developed an unexpected relationship, embodying various aspects of royal duty. Anne, the solid anchor, keeps the ship afloat as William plots a course for the future. Their duties are not just complementary, but critical in guiding the monarchy through difficult waters. Consider this. Anne's persistent work ethic and William's futuristic perspective appear to be an ideal combination for stability. But the question remains, what specific challenges have turned them into these crucial figures? Could it be the turbulent backdrop of King Charles's divisive reign, or is there something deeper motivating their devotion? It is apparent that their relationship is more than just loyalty to King Charles. It is also a dedication to the monarchy as a whole. Anne and William understand that the crown's survival depends on their ability to adapt and lead. As they take on these tasks, they are doing more than just supporting Charles. They are reinventing what it means to be royal in the 21st century. However, with such hefty duties, how long can they bear this burden? Are Anne's constant engagements and William's lofty ambitions sustainable in the long run? Is this the beginning of a new chapter that will call into question all we thought we knew about the monarchy? Stay tuned, because the disclosures will only become more interesting from here. Why everyone is talking about King Charles. King Charles's rise to the throne was anything but average, and his rule has been no less stormy. From the time he ascended, voices of skepticism became louder than Westminster Abbey's chimes. Now, under the scrutiny of the public, Charles is not only walking in Queen Elizabeth II's towering shadow, but also bearing the burden of modernizing a centuries-old institution. Let us begin with the elephant in the room: public perception. Charles has received conflicting views for decades, from his contentious connection with Diana to his ultimate marriage to Camilla. While Queen Elizabeth II was widely seen as a sign of steadfast stability, Charles has been considered as more divisive. Despite his imaginative commitment for environmental problems, he has been portrayed as an activist monarch, a role that many people remain skeptical of. However, public opinion is not Charles's main concern. Age and health are becoming increasingly important issues. At 75, he is one of the oldest monarchs to begin a reign, prompting concerns about his fitness for the job. According to reports of arthritis and a hectic schedule, Charles may be feeling the strain already. In comparison, Queen Elizabeth II governed for more than 70 years, demonstrating endurance and grace despite her advanced age. Then there's the challenge of modernizing the monarchy while preserving its mystique. Charles has advocated for a slimmed-down royal family, which aligns with Princess Anne's vision. But this decision has not been without controversy. Critics contend that reducing royal engagements risks alienating the public, whilst advocates say it's a vital step toward a leaner, more focused organization. One of the most apparent differences between Charles and his mother is their attitude toward silence. Queen Elizabeth famously followed the never complain, never explain rule, keeping her private thoughts exactly that, private. Charles, on the other hand, has never been shy in expressing his thoughts on architecture, climate change, or his own challenges. Some regard this as refreshing clarity, while others see it as a departure from the royal mystique. Despite these limitations, Charles has demonstrated extraordinary adaptability. His choice to stress sustainability in royal estates and promote diversity in public ceremonies represents a step toward a more accessible monarchy. However, the question remains, can these adjustments win over a generation that is more suspicious of royal relevance? As King Charles III's reign progresses, comparisons to tectonic plates under pressure become increasingly apparent. They remain consistent for years, but stress eventually causes them to alter. Could Charles's rule be a watershed moment that reshapes the monarchy, or will it collapse under the weight of expectation? Hold on tight, because the narrative doesn't end here. The secret you didn't know about Anne. If the monarchy were a fortress, Princess Anne would be its most powerful pillar, inconspicuous yet necessary. While the limelight is sometimes focused on Charles, William, or even Harry, Anne's position as the monarchy's quiet defender has been nothing short of remarkable. Anne has always been a different type of royal. Known for her practical approach, she famously said, "I don't do stardust," rejecting glamour in favor of a life of unwavering service. As Charles succeeded to the throne, Anne's pragmatic nature became increasingly apparent. With a calendar that is always full, often more so than her younger counterparts, Anne's work ethic is unrivaled. Her presence at Charles's side is not purely ceremonial, it is purposeful. She is the storm's anchor, keeping the monarchy's operations stable in the face of swirling uncertainty. Anne is vital not only because of her work ethic, but also because of her ruthless honesty. Anne has never been one to sugarcoat the truth, especially when it comes to the monarchy's flaws. Her honest remarks about slimming down the royal family were more than just ideas, they were a warning. She frankly stated, "We need to adapt or fade away." In an era where tradition frequently clashes with new ideas, Anne's candor is both refreshing and necessary. Behind the scenes, Anne is more than a royal figure. She serves as a sounding board for Charles. Their decades-long connection is based on mutual respect and trust. Unlike the other members of the family, Anne's advice is not motivated by personal gain or self-interest. Her primary concentration is on the institution's survival. It's also worth mentioning that Anne's influence goes beyond the palace walls. Her decades of experience have earned her recognition among world leaders and worldwide charities. Anne's influence is extensive, ranging from championing horse sports to representing the Queen at several diplomatic gatherings. Nonetheless, she remains surprisingly underappreciated in public conversation. As we study Anne's role during Charles's reign, one issue emerges. Can her no-nonsense attitude genuinely transform the monarchy, or is she waging a lost struggle against the tides of change? Anne's power comes from her ability to reconcile contradictions, tradition and progress, loyalty and truth. But even the strongest pillars have limitations. So we return to the heart of Anne's influence, her unshakable commitment. She is more than just the power behind the throne. She is the silent force altering it. But what obstacles await this stubborn royal? And how much longer can she bear the weight of the crown's expectations? Continue to watch, because there is more to this story than meets the eye. Why everyone is talking about William's vision. Prince William doesn't just represent the British throne when he's in the public eye. He changes what it means. Every time he goes public or does something, he signals a change from the crown's time-honored customs to a monarchy that fits in with today's world. William has long been seen as a link between the people and the royal family. Unlike the royals of the past, his projects directly address important world problems. Take his work to raise understanding about mental health as an example. Through efforts like Heads Together, he's broken hundreds of years of mental health taboos, making sure that people now talk about what used to be a secret issue. In talks, he's talked about his personal problems, which is very different from the stiff upper lip attitude that the royal family has usually had. William's attention on climate change is also very new. He set up the Earthshot Prize as a way to reward new ways of dealing with environmental problems around the world. This project makes William look like a king who isn't just concerned with keeping up appearances but also wants to bring about change. His deeds and speeches about the environment are well thought out, and his message is clear. The monarchy needs to be a force for good in the 21st century. But how does this new way of thinking fit with or go against his father King Charles's lifelong support for the environment? William's changing responsibilities as Prince of Wales show how he plans to bring the throne up to date. In the past, this term was mostly used for ceremonial tasks, but William has made it more general. He changed the story of what it means to be a future king by putting an emphasis on being approachable and relatable. He connects with people not as a distant figure but as a leader who listens, whether he's speaking at a global conference or visiting a small town. William's plan is based on a tricky balancing act, upholding the crown's traditions while also embracing ideals that appeal to younger people. It's already clear that he had an effect on King Charles. Sources say that William is influencing important choices behind closed palace doors, pushing for more openness and a more streamlined royal operation. William is both the prince apparent and a changemaker, so the stakes are very high for him. Many people like his modern method, but some traditionalists don't trust it because they think the monarchy might lose its identity. There is one question that keeps coming up. Is William's view of a modern monarchy the key to its survival, or could it threaten the institution's very foundations? The royal bond you didn't know about. When it comes to the royal family, the headlines often focus on drama and discord. But beneath the surface lies a fascinating dynamic, one of loyalty, respect, and unshakable bonds. At the heart of this narrative is an extraordinary trio: King Charles III, Princess Anne, and Prince William. Together, they form a united front, each bringing a distinct strength to the monarchy's foundation. But what is it about their relationship that holds the key to the royal family's survival? Let's start with Anne, often described as the backbone of the family. As the elder sibling, her relationship with Charles has always been one of complex affection. While they couldn't be more different, Anne with her pragmatic, no-frills demeanor and Charles with his introspective, sensitive nature, their shared commitment to the crown has created a unique partnership. Over the years, Anne has been both Charles's fiercest critic and staunchest ally. She's the one who speaks the truths others might hesitate to voice, earning her the nickname, the family's compass. But what happens when the compass points in a direction the king isn't ready to follow? Then there's William, who represents the monarchy's future. As Charles's heir, his relationship with his father has been shaped by the weight of expectation. Yet William's bond with Anne offers a fascinating counterbalance. Anne, a veteran of royal duties, has become something of a mentor to William. Their shared work ethic and sense of duty have created a mutual respect that transcends generational divides. In many ways, Anne has become the bridge between Charles and William, helping to mend gaps and foster understanding. This trio isn't just connected by blood, it's their shared vision for the monarchy that truly binds them. Charles, ever the reformist, is determined to modernize the institution, while Anne ensures that tradition isn't lost in the shuffle. Meanwhile, William strikes a delicate balance, learning from both as he prepares for his eventual reign. Together, they represent the monarchy's past, present, and future, a timeline interwoven with the strength of family ties. But can this intricate bond withstand the pressures of public scrutiny and internal challenges? Anecdotes about their relationship reveal moments of warmth and humanity often hidden from public view. Take, for instance, Anne's famous wit, which reportedly lightened tense family meetings, or Charles's heartfelt support for William's initiatives in mental health advocacy. These moments remind us that behind the royal titles are individuals bound by shared experiences and a deep sense of responsibility. But does this bond make them stronger, or does it expose vulnerabilities that the world is eager to exploit? As the monarchy faces unprecedented challenges, this trio's relationship becomes even more pivotal. They're not just family, they're co-leaders in navigating one of the world's oldest institutions through a rapidly changing era. But what happens when differing visions for the monarchy clash? Will their bond be enough to steer the crown towards stability, or will cracks begin to show in this united front? This is where the story takes a surprising turn, because the true test of their relationship is yet to come. The future of the crown, balancing tradition and modernity. Through wars, revolutions, and big changes in society, the British monarchy has passed the test of time. But now that King Charles is in charge, the question is not whether it can last, but how. As people around the world watch, the monarchy teeters on the edge of change, trying to figure out where it fits in with modern times. And Charles, Anne, and William are at the front of this change. But can they find the best mix between keeping traditions alive and moving forward? Charles's plan for a simpler monarchy has already caused a lot of heated discussion. He wants to make the institution leaner and more effective by cutting down on the number of working royals and focused on key players. This method has some good points, but it also has some bad points. Some people say that fewer royals means fewer ties to the people, which is seen as a risky move at a time when support for the crown is falling. At this point, Anne's practical view is very helpful. With her many years of experience, she is an important advisor who makes sure that custom isn't lost in the name of progress. Anne has said many times that she thinks the monarchy's strength is that it can change without losing what makes it unique. Her influence can be seen in how Charles has dealt with touchy problems, such as protecting the environment and encouraging diversity on the royal staff. William, on the other hand, has one of the most complicated roles. As the future face of the monarchy, it is up to him to appeal to younger people while keeping the ideals of his predecessors. He is committed to solving world problems, and projects like the Earthshot Prize show that. They also show that the monarchy is becoming more active and involved. People have said nice things about William's ability to connect with the people, but it also makes people wonder, will he be able to keep this balance as king, or will the weight of history get on him? The work that the three of them have done together shows a kingdom that is changing, one that is looking at its past and its future at the same time. Their willingness to work together says that the monarchy can't survive with individual leadership, but with unity. Still, more is at stake than ever. The fact that this change is hard to predict may be the most interesting thing about it. Every choice they make is a risk, and every action could go wrong. Will their attempts to bring the monarchy into the 21st century solidify its place, or will they speed up its decline by accident? More importantly, how will history judge this important part of the monarchy's past? While the answers aren't clear, one thing is for sure. The crown is at a turning point. Charles, Anne, and William are working to change what it means to be royal. They're not only making decisions about the monarchy's future, but also about its past. There is still a lot at stake, so the question is, will their bet pay off, or will change cause the crown to fall? The revelations from Princess Anne and Prince William shed light on a monarchy at a crossroads, balancing tradition with modern challenges. Their insights offer a glimpse into the royal family's inner workings and their vision for the future. But what do you think about these surprising details? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more royal insights and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.